Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we are going to have our discussion on the concept of love, romance and relationship. So friends, I do not know from where I got this idea to make this video. Was it because of Venus is strengthened in transit, or on the basis of the frequency of comments which I receive, messages which I receive on all of my social media handles, where all the youngsters are very much inclined towards knowing and understanding their love life. So that is the reason I thought, why should not we have a individual or a standalone video on this topic. And just friends, many times what happen is that not everyone is inclined and interested in understanding the deeper aspect of astrology. So even if you have a very basic idea, a layman idea of astrology, so I am very much sure that this video will be able to serve the purpose. After listening to this video, you will be able to understand that why certain and specific kind of people run into your life, why in the matters of relationship your behavior is like this. So that is something which we will try to understand in this video. So friends, like whenever we talk about the matters of love, romance and relationship, so apart from Venus, which in itself is a significator of love and romance, Moon, which represents your emotions, your feelings, your self-expression, and the third entity which you have to give attention to is the fifth house. That house becomes very important because fifth house tells about your personal magnetism. The law of attraction majorly, heavily operates on this house. Like friends, I still remember there is a very good friend of mine. So she just once she was just telling this thing to me that I don't know why people keep on asking me out, even if I'm at a bar or anywhere I am, the guys keep on asking me or hitting on me. So afterwards, I still remember that account which she shared with me, and later on I got a chance to look at her chart. So this girl, she is Canadian with Irish roots. So she has a Libra ascendant, and her ascendant lord Venus and Mars are conjunct in the 9th house in the Gemini sign, and her Rahu, Moon and Mercury are conjunct all together in the 11th house. So you can fairly see the chemistry or the energy which is getting generated over here. And like the way friends, I was telling about the importance of the fifth house, because fifth house tells about the kind of energy you exude and what kind of energy you attract towards yourself. Your personal flair is something which we see and we determine from the fifth house, and the true expression of love, where you pour out your emotions, your heart. So all those prospects are seen and get attached with the fifth house only. Try to understand this thing friends. Here we are talking about the true nectar of purity in the love. Like when we talk about the passion which gets generated from the 8th house, or the passion which gets out of the 12th house, that might be inclined towards lot many carnal desires as well. But when we talk about true expression of love, for that you have to give attention to the state and the dignity of the fifth house. So now friends, I'm going to simplify things for you. Now what we will try to understand is that we will try to understand on the basis of all the 12 moon signs. Not only we will try to understand the expression which will come out of that moon sign, but we will also try to look at, by putting that moon sign on the first house, what is the energy which is coming out of fifth house. By blending all these two energies, we will try to understand the expressions of love, a specific zodiac sign. So friends, beginning with the Aries moon sign. So definitely friends, when we talk about the Aries energy, it is a fire sign. It is a very where there is lot of agility, there is lot of quickness involved over there. So many times what happen is that, just because, see friends, when we talk about the energy which comes and generates from the first house and the fifth house, the element is definitely going to be the same. So whether if in the first house, if the fire sign is coming over there, you will also find the same fire sign energy which will generate from the fifth house. But that in itself, because with the combination of Aries and the heartbeat of the Leo, so that in itself tells about that definitely these are among those people. A moon Aries person is going to be very much proactive, very straightforward, very go-getter in the relationship. Aries moon person is going to be someone who will have a very straightforward, very transparent, or very clearly defined do's and don'ts expectations, requirements, expression in the matters of love and the romance. And now friends, now what happens is that just because whether a Aries moon person accept this thing or not, but deep inside they want their heart beat for someone who is definitely going to be very accomplished, or someone who's going to actually enhance their public image, their prestige. Like for example, if you are in high school, even if you are in college, so you want to actually date someone who is not only very much loving, very nurturing, very good looking, because opposite to you always comes the energy of Venus, but apart from that, who is going to be very popular as well, or who is going to enhance your public image as well. So that is how you can see the behavior or expression which gets generated out of the Aries moon sign in the matters of relationship. Now friends, moving ahead, now if you want to understand the prospects of love, romance and relationship for the Taurus moon sign, so to begin with friends, definitely this is not only a sign which is ruled by the planet of love, romance, beauty, relationship, which is planet Venus, but also this is a sign where moon also attains exaltation. So the exaltation of moon means that moon is a planet which is very fickle, but when you place it in Taurus, the fickleness of emotions somehow gets very much stationed over here in this Taurus moon sign energy. And friends, the beauty over here is that not only the Taurus are very much stable in the matters of relationship, they could be among those people, once they have committed to someone, they will stick by their word in the matters of love, romance and relationship. So the commitment, the stability and the financial aspect also tend to remain very high. So if a Taurus moon person is going to fall in love, he will or she will definitely take into consideration how much is their partner in the form of the earnings and in the form of the knowledge, in the form of the vision for the future the person is bringing in the matters of relationship. And definitely they could be among those people who are going to be very meticulous, very well planned. And lastly friends, once they have committed to someone in the matters of relationship, you can expect 100% dedication, devotion which will come out of them. Moving ahead friends, for all the Gemini sign, definitely friends, it is a air sign, it is a dual sign. So the prospects of flirtatiousness, the prospects of being triggered up or being charged up by next beautiful thing which you are going to see tend to remain bit high over there. Now friends, I do not know that how other planets are going to be contributing in your case if your moon sign is of Gemini, but just on the basis of looking at or finding out someone's moon sign to be of Gemini, those tendencies tend to remain bit strong and high over there. And not only that friends, even if you will look at the 5th house, if you have made Gemini as the moon sign, so definitely you will also find the Libra energy being over there. So not only on a surface they get very much charged up, they are very much driven towards the the passion, or there could be the quest for finding another next better partner. And along with that, the driving force comes from their 5th house energy, which is again of the love and the romance. So beautiful things or being attracted towards beautiful things tend to remain strong for all the Gemini moon people. And now friends, if you actually want to understand the remedy or the solution of this instability or frivolousness for the Gemini moon, so the possible remedy or the solution could be that they should run into those people, or if your partner is of a Gemini moon, so it becomes very important that you should set the bar of integrity, of righteousness so high that your partner should follow you, or your partner should be compelled to follow the same footstep. So that is how you can see the energies which resonate in the case of the Gemini moon people. But just because friends, like this whole topic and concept is being discussed on the basis of, and this gets applied on the basis of which country you are living in, which culture, which tradition you follow. Because for when we talk about the Gemini energy, all of that which I have explained right now over here. So when we talk about the Western countries, we talk about all the metropolitan cities or major cities. So all those people generally tend to come more in the purview or the influence of Gemini only. So it all comes down to what is the prevalent tradition or norm which is getting applied in your case. Now friends, coming over to the Cancer moon sign. So definitely friends, this is a sign which is being ruled by moon itself. Emotions, feelings tend to remain very high over here. Now the beauty over here is that friends, you will definitely find the purity of your emotions, of your feelings over here, which reverberate in the personality of all those people who are strongly driven or influenced by the Cancer moon. So all those people who are very imaginative, very dreamy, they have strong crush. And many times what happens is that all those stories which we see, that in high school you had a crush on someone, you were not able to express your love, and you remained a secret admirer of someone. So this is how the Cancer moon people behave, or their expression comes in relationship in the matters of love. And definitely friends, it all comes down to, because even if you will try to see from the Cancer moon sign, even in their 5th house, you will see the energy and the vibration of the Scorpio. So emotions, feelings, the prospects of commitment tend to remain very strong for all the Cancer moon sign. And friends, the beauty over here is that just because opposite to you guys, you always find the energy of the Saturnian Capricorn sign. So the tendency and the possibility tend to remain very low that they will get ditched or betrayed or conned in the matters of relationship. Now that could be a different thing, that they might run into someone who's going to be very mature, who's going to be very realistic, little bit dry, but the tendency or possibility of getting betrayed in the matters of relationship tend to remain very low in the case of all the Cancer moon sign people. Now friends, moving ahead, now if you want to understand the behavior of all the Leo moon people in the matters of love, romance and relationship. So definitely friends, when we talk about Leo, it's all about being original, being creative, being center of attention. You want the whole world and everyone to revolve around you. Whatsoever is happening in your romantic life, you want people to talk about it, you want people to know about it, and many times you also want people to envy about it. So for all those prospects, you will definitely find this is how a Leo moon person behave or express himself or herself in the matters of relationship. Now friends, on surface you might find all these kind of energies, but deep inside, from the like the Leo moon sign, if you will go to their 5th house, you will see the energy of Sagittarius which reverberate over there. So that in itself tells about that on surface you might find these people little bit showy, little bit over the top expressive, but deep inside there is definitely a righteousness. So on surface you might get this idea that this person is, he looks like or she looks like very superficial, I cannot expect her to commit to someone in relationship. But if you will get to know this person more better, you will get to know that this person deep inside, in the nitty-gritty of the relationship, this person is very righteous, very law abiding, like very much custom driven, and this person is very much know how to behave or express with complete integrity in the matters of relationship. Now friends, the only bone of contention for all the like either the Leo moon or the Aquarius moon is that opposite to them you will always find the energy of the arch enemy. Now because when we talk about other zodiac signs, so for example for the Aries, opposite to it you will find the energy of Venus. For Gemini you will find the energy of Jupiter, like for Mercury and Jupiter. So there is still a neutral relationship over there. About for all the Leo and the Aquarius, you will find the energy of the arch enemy. So in their case, committing to someone who is completely opposite to them in true innate nature, or how much the other person is going to contribute towards your own personal development and growth becomes very important. So trust me, when we talk about the Leo moon sign people, they could be the very strong lovers for life, or they could be arch enemy within the relationship. So it also becomes very important how you are going to be expressing yourself, how much thought you have given while falling in love, and how your other planets are contributing towards the sustenance and the flow of your love romantic life. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the Virgo moon sign, so definitely friends, when we talk about Virgo, in their case you will find the energy of a earth sign, a dual energy, a earth energy, which is all about practicality, which is all about perfection. So these could be among those people who want to plan everything. So I will not be surprised if I'll get to know that you are in high school and you have already made a list of everything, that once I will get into college, I will focus on my grades, then I will get into my post graduation, and afterwards I'm going to find a partner who's going to be like this, whose earning is going to be like this, whose physical attributes or personality or look is going to be like this. So that is how the Virgo moon people behave in love, in romance, in relationship. They want everything to be perfect. And not only that, friends, even if you will give attention to their 5th house, so definitely, like the way I have already mentioned this thing, from the moon sign we get to know about this thing, that the perfection or the degree and the sense of perfection is something which they crave for, and their heart beat for falling into love with someone who's going to be very much accomplished in the life. Now friends, for the Libra moon sign people, so definitely wheresoever the Venusian energy comes, it's all about love, it's all about sacrifice, it's all about devoting unconditionally yourself in the matters of love, romance and relationship. And not only that, friends, even if you will pay attention from over their 1st house, from their moon sign energy, even in the 5th house you will find another air sign energy of the Aquarius. So whether you accept it, believe it or not, but they will look these kind of traits in their love romantic relationship, in their prospective match, that someone who's going to be very intelligent, someone who's going to have very active social life. So social life is something which not only matters to them, but along with that they want their partner to exude and enjoy that kind of active social life as well. And definitely, friends, like Libra is all about balance, Libra is all about diplomacy, so they know how to maneuver themselves in order to get what they want. Trust me, out of all the zodiac sign, the only sign which I have seen which tend to remain very lucky in expressing themselves at the right time and being successful in ending up with the partner of their wish, of their desire, so that prospect tend to remain very strong. And these Libra moon people tend to remain very lucky because they know how to manage, how to plan, how to diplomatically handle things, how to express themselves. So all these possibilities and tendencies tend to remain very strong for the Libra moon sign people. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Scorpio moon sign people, so definitely, friends, it is a water sign, it is a fixed sign. The prospect of dedication, devotion, commitment, intensity, loyalty tend to remain very strong in the matters of love and romance for all the moon Scorpio people. The only vulnerability is that the Scorpio is a double-edged sword. So these could be among those people, when it comes to loyalty, they could be the most loyal people. And when it comes to being resentful or being revengeful, if someone has wronged them, so the tendency to let go or forget is very low with the Scorpio moon people. So that kind of dedication and devotion you will find in the matters of love or romance for all the Scorpio moon people. Now friends, their dedication and devotion is something which tend to remain very apparently visible. So if a Scorpio moon person is going to be on a date, by looking at the focus and the way that this person is going to be invested on his or her date, you can fairly get this idea of the single-minded dedication and devotion. The only concern and the flaw is that, which tend to remain inapplicable for both the Cancer moon or the Scorpio moon, is that many times what happens is that they are not able to express themselves at the right times. So because of which, these could be among those people who will suffer in silence. They will remain a secret admirer rather than being very outwardly kind of open in the matters of romance or relationship or the person they like or love. But the beauty over here is that whether they are suffering in silence, they are secretly admiring someone, or whether they end up being in relationship with the person whom they adore, whom they love, once they get committed to the matters of or in love and romance or in relationship to someone, trust me, the capacity to sacrifice, capacity to completely devote yourself tend to remain the strongest for all the Scorpio moon sign. Because if you will go to their 5th house, from where you will find the expression of love coming out, you will find the energy of the Pisces over there. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Sagittarius moon sign people. So definitely friends, when we talk about all those successful stories, that the high school couple who end up getting married, and very long decades of marriage, happy marriage, very writers, inspirational romance. So these kind of energies which generate out of the Sagittarius moon sign in the matters of love, romance and relationship. Now friends, just because there is a fire element which is there in the energies of Sagittarius, and not only that friends, even if we will go to the 5th house, you will find the energy of Aries over there. So these could be those people that on surface they are very righteous, they are very patient, they are very law abiding. Like when I say law abiding, in a form that bases your culture, bases the community you are living in, you will fall in love by taking into consideration the pride of your family, pride of your community, your caste and everything. But once you fall into love, once you have chosen someone, the right person has entered into your life, you could be very piercingly dedicated to that person in love, in relationship. So that is how the energies reverberate for all the Sagittarius moon sign people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn moon sign people, so definitely friends, because of the involvement or the influence of the Saturnian energy over there, there is definitely going to be a dryness, a very natural dryness which you will find in their expression. So these could be among those people who might turn up on a date or on a first date wearing just the regular clothes, might not be looking as groomed, as good, which they otherwise could look. So these are among those people who tend to believe in simplicity. So when we talk about the first impression which a Capricorn moon sign person wants to give is on the basis of his social standing, basis of his accomplishment in the society, in the community, in the world. So that is how the person first wants to introduce himself, herself, or express himself or herself in the matters of love and the romance. But just because friends, if you will dig deep into their heart or the way their heart reverberate or beats in the matters of love and relationship, so there you will definitely find the energy of the Taurus being formed or coming over there from their 5th house. So these could be among those people that they on surface might not be very romantic, but these are those people who end up surprising their partner with expensive gift, with very fine jewelry. So that is how you will see a Capricorn moon person behaving in relationship. But friends, whenever we talk about the prospects of dedication, devotion and commitment, the prospects of commitment tend to remain very strong in the matters of love and romance for all the Capricorn moon sign. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand how the Aquarian moon people behave, so now definitely friends, there is a innate air element which comes over here. So like the way I said this thing, that these people tend to remain very lucky in order to strike first good impression. Like there could be a water sign, moon sign person who likes someone, but that person is too much in the zone where this person is not able to express himself. Like this could be applied for for the moon sign, this could be applied for the Venus in sign as well. But when we talk about the Aquarius moon sign people, they tend to remain very lucky or very proactive in actually expressing themselves to the best of their capabilities. Because when we talk about the air sign, and that to highest of the air energy, so the air energy starts from Gemini, then Libra, reaches its culmination in the Aquarius. So that tend to remain their strong selling point, that they could be very good conversationalist, they could be very knowledgeable as well, and they know how to work on the matters of psychology as well. So not only Aquarius moon sign people tend to remain very resourceful, along with the Saturnian energy and Rahu contribution, they tend to remain very intuitive as well. When we talk about the Aquarius people, they are among the only, they could be those zodiac sign people who very much remain attuned with latest trends in the society as well. So all these energies, all these knowledge, all these extrovertness tend to remain and function in their advantage in the matters of love, romance and relationship. And I have seen so many friends, I have seen so many Aquarius moon sign people whose right set of idea of being on a date is like they want to go to the art exhibition, they want to go to all these kind of art retreat and everything. So a date which is also adding to your knowledge base as well. So that is how these Aquarius moon sign people behave and express themselves in the matters of love, romance and relationship. And definitely friends, as you can see that from their 5th house, the energy of Gemini operates over there. So they could be among those people who tend to remain very inquisitive, is not the right word to use, but they will always be curious or prying in the matters of their partner's life as well. So they want to acquire as much as knowledge or information or as much as they can study their partner. So that possibility or tendency tend to remain very strong in the Aquarius moon sign person's behavior or expression in the matters of love. But trust me friends, like in today's day and age where there is so much outdoor activities and stuff to do, we keep on coming across all these kind of portals, all these kind of Instagram handles where couple is on a backpacking trip, they are traveling the world together as a couple. So that could be, or these are the different ways via which a Aquarius moon sign person wants to decide or kind of design his relationship, his love life. So that is how you can see the Aquarius or Aquarian moon energy, the way it functions. And lastly friends, when we talk about the Pisces moon sign, so definitely friends, to begin with, it is a water sign, it is the deepest of the water. So committing yourself, devoting yourself, being very imaginative and have your that perfect prince charming kind of image within your mind that your partner should be carrying all these qualities. So these dreamy imaginative qualities tend to remain very strong in the Pisces moon sign people. Now friends, the only thing which work in their advantage is that just because at the end the rulership of the Pisces goes to the most rightest planet, which is the planet Jupiter. So the relationship being blessed and relationship, all of your fantasies, all of your qualities which you have within your mind for your perfect partner. So the tendency could be strong that you will end up being with the same person only. The concern of feelings and emotions tend to remain very strong over here. And when we talk about the perfect romantic life, so many times what happens is that we always attuned all those prospects only to Venusian signs or the moon sign. But trust me friends, even the Venus attains exaltation in the Pisces sign. So that in itself tells about that completely devoting yourself to someone and living such a very kind of a exhilarating romantic love life that you have good stories to share with your children or grandchildren. So that kind of love and romance, writing poems for your partner, so that kind of qualities, that kind of sacrifice potential you will find in the matters of romance for all the Pisces moon sign people. Because friends, even in the 5th house from where your feelings actually generate, your heart beats from over there, you will also find the Cancer energy over there. So emotions, feelings, sacrifice tend to remain a deciding factor, a governing factor in the love and the romantic life of all the Pisces moon sign people. The only thing which needs to be inculcated is there has to be a proper groundedness and a proper anchor point in the matters of the expression of your love. So that is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my this contribution on this subject of love, romance, and how can we study it on the basis of different moon sign. I know this thing for all of you people who have very deeper idea or knowledge of astrology, you might find this topic superficial, but that was the whole point. This video was not intended for people who have strong knowledge. This video was intended for all those people, to serve all those people who have a basic idea, but after listening to this video they will be able to understand the matters of their love and romantic love expressions. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page.